common thread that we're finding in conducting these conversations is a sense of responsibility versus a sense of entitlement.
Right. I think that's an excellent way of putting it. Each leader, each of us who has the responsibility for other people, have an enormous amount of trust that's been given to us. So to the extent that we can keep that trust, maintain that trust, goes to whether or not we're effective as a leader. And so to look at it in terms of stewardship versus ownership, in terms of a responsibility versus a
stewardship.
Well, just the idea that everything that has been given to me, whether it's an asset or a person or a child or a spiritual gift, has been given by the Lord. And so I'm a steward. I'm going to be evaluated by how effective I am as a steward over those assets.
Accountable.
I'm accountable.
What you do with that.
Exactly. And the more that I've been given, right, the more is required. Right. And I think that is
a lot of times we forget about the exponential rise in responsibility. Yes. We love the perks and we love the blessings. But it's easy, I think, when you receive those blessings to forget, because they're great.
Sure.
Blessings by definition are good.
Right. But the stakes go up.
Forget the responsibility that has just risen as the pile of blessing has risen.
Right. Yeah, and I think the stakes are higher for those in a position of responsibility. A teacher, obviously, in a church, in a ministry, or a pastor, right, has a certain responsibility. The standard increases. In leadership, the standard increases. We've been given a trust. Are we faithful to that trust? And that's why I was fascinated by this whole issue of trust, because if you break it down and you think about the definition of trust, and I think this applies in ministry, it applies in so many different vocations, in leadership, trust is literally the decision that someone makes to follow somebody under a condition of risk. So it's a decision, it's risky, and so consequently those of us who've been given a trust, pastor, executive search, CEO, teacher, have to do whatever's necessary to reduce the risk. Reduce the risk that there will be disappointment, reduce the risk that you'll let others down. If you can build and maintain trust over a sustained period of time, you can you'll be more easily forgiven when you make a mistake. When you do, and you will. So that's what's so beautiful about trust building, is that those that you have the greatest trust in over a longer period of time, when they do mess up, when they do fail, they're more quickly forgiven. If your trust is sort of spotty, and you haven't been able to build and maintain it, you're probably not going to be as quickly and as easily forgiven. So that's very important to think about in terms of trust building and maintaining the trust. Not only building trust, but maintaining. That's a separate phase if you want to break it down.